Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, here's my latest addition to my collection. This is a homelite XL automatic, because that's what that was called in Canada, but same as the uh, homelite Super XL. But this one has a chain brake, which I've never seen. Now, it's kind of funny because every time I ask a question about these, people on the Facebook forums like, well, it's Canadian. Canadians needed chain brakes. It was the law. Well, that's absolute total bullshit. Because this is a 1984 saw, and 1984 saws did not require a chain brake. And it was quite a while after that till they required chain brake, but that was all extremely on new models. So, I mean, even if you got, like, when they got to the big red and the old blue, you still wouldn't need a chain brake because they were an old model. So, the people that say it's a Canadian thing, it's like, well, maybe it is, but it was still only an option. You didn't actually have to have it. Like, that's just silly. Like, but, you know, you get keyboard warriors. What do I know? What do I know about home lights, right? I mean, there are people that know a lot more than I do, that's for sure. Like Leon Crouch. I have quite a few people on House of Homelight. Or if you're a Homelight collector, you should really, it's an old school forum on the internet, the House Homelight. It's quite informative. There's very knowledgeable people on there. But anyways, we're gonna take a look at this thing. I've never touched one of these before in my life. Well, the chain brake model, that is. Everything else is the same. Super XL. It's off. That's just gonna pop off. Because these had inboard clutches, so I mean, I'm not sure how the... Okay, so that's just the cover. So all the mechanism... Oh, it's got fucking critters growing in there. So that's all on the inside there. I thought it was going to be part of here, but it's all right there. Normal wear spot in the clutch cover. Okay, well, got those extra washers with it. I think this saw, I don't know how much use it actually has. It's one of those things where it's hard to tell. I'm not even really going to speculate on stuff like that. It obviously saw some time outside in a non-protected area. That's for sure. Because that is a Homelight bar. Just, it's pretty rusty. But clutch drum, it's got somewhere. It's not bad. A little play in that bearing. Not a ton though. Not a ton. But this is just an initial inspection of the saw. I'm not doing too much on tonight. It's weird, like the starter cover looks like it's a different color. Someone repainted it poorly. I think somebody repainted it poorly. That's what, oh yeah, you can see there's that off-colored paint. This color actually kind of reminds me of the fake blood they used in like Evil Dead 2, where it's not quite red, but if you know, you know. Anyways, so let's... Compression tester is outside, so I'm not going to grab that because this thing needs a lot of cleanup. Let's look under the hood. That's interesting. This clutch cover's got, it's metal, but it shouldn't be metal on a 1984 saw. The air filter's actually in pretty decent shape. It hasn't shrunk down too much. Carb chamber actually looks really, really clean. This actually has a Walbro SDC in it. I'm actually surprised. This is the first, this chassis I've seen in Canada, personally, actually has the SDC on it. That's interesting, actually. But under here, I mean, there is some crud here, but it looks pretty good. Now, this thing does have compression. So that brake setup is so, it's not weird, but just that clutch cover, just, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, not really, but it's getting there. Okay, let's sprayed some WD-40 on these earlier. I so worry about these things when they get seized. Turn too much, they're too stuck in the threads. They'll just tear the tabs out that are inside the muffler. If you know, you know. It happens. I don't know if it still has baffle in it or not. It's gonna have two different styles of baffle. The one where it's like a Z shaped, or just the flat one with the little louvers. Now it's got the little louvers. So there's definitely scoring on the piston, like quite a bit too. Huh. It's got compression. It's hard to tell if that. I'll bring you guys in here. Show you guys the carnage. I mean, it's. I've seen ones this bad that run fine though, so I mean, take it with a grain of salt, especially on these old reed valve to. Yeah, see that looks even worse in camera than it actually does, but that's something to scrape that with. Yeah, you can definitely feel them. Actually, they're not horrible though. But like I said, the saw still got compression. Like, if you dump fuel down the carb, I'm sure it would pop and fire. But that is a lot of scoring. Oh, and there's the UT number 50133, which is a XL12 or, oh sorry, XL automatic or Super XL with the chain brake, and the T Terry F is 1984. But I mean, that's scored all to shit. But hey, it's a good thing I got brand new cylinders and pistons for this bad boy, because this thing, whether I flip it or keep it, I got some aftermarket ones, but this is a good OEM one. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, might pick up some stuff on the camera, but trust me, this is a perfectly serviceable good cylinder. And maybe we'll throw a new piston in there. Crank seals, I'll check the bearing on this side. There's a little bit of play, but not too much. Surprisingly, this fuel line looks... it's not brittle or anything, or it's not brittle, it's not gummy. Like, I think that fuel line might be alright. That's the chain brake on or off? Oh, there we go. I think the chain brake could use some penetrating oil. There's a line in there. It feels a little softer in there, but I can't see that, but there's still a filter at the end of it. So who knows, this might not be a total basket case. I don't have any SDC carb kits, but I might just put Tillotson in because I just prefer Tillotson carbs. I don't like the SDC at all. But yeah, so it's, I mean, it's been used, but I mean, it's actually, once you get all this dirt and crap off of it, sorry. Once you get all this dirt and crap off, I think it'll actually be a good, nice, clean looking saw, actually. I just wish this recoil cover color matched. I might be able to find one that does, but it'll probably say XL12 inside. But yeah, that's a pretty good score for 45 bucks Canadian. Like I said, it's got compression despite the cylinder looking, or the piston looking like hell, which it does. But I got more of that stuff, more cylinders, more pistons. We'll get this thing fixed right the hell up. Anyways, hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. Take her easy. Bye.